Hello, beloved souls. It is the full moon in Aquarius, a super full moon, right? It's the Sturgeon moon, so powerful. So we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is about expansion and technology and creativity and community and the oneness of everyone. And now we have this beautiful super moon in Aquarius, and it's also Leo season, right? We have a stellium in Taurus going on, Mars, Uranus North Node conjunct going on. We have the Sun in Leo at this time. Um, and then we have this beautiful super full moon in Aquarius, and then Leo also moved into Venus today. So there's a lot going on planetarily to help us evolve and grow and expand and heal and just transform. And many of us are healing our lineages, maternal lineage, paternal lineages, generational curses, cultural things, right? Like literally, there's so many different levels: gender, culture, religion, all of that plays a factor. So the ancestors wanted to come forward today because we are still holding on within our DNA system a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of distorted belief systems. Grief has been a big one coming up, and there's been a lot of heart chakra activations going on. Um, and it's just a powerful time, and the universe is coming in to really support us in clearing and releasing any and all things that are no longer serving our highest and greatest good. It really is. So we're gonna do a pick a pile today, and you just have to like just sit, clear your energies, right? Get grounded into this message and see what messages are gonna come through for you from your ancestors. Should you connect with pile one? Should you connect with pile two? Or should you connect with pile three? And really just sit and just take those energies in. I used to always just pick a certain number because it was my favorite number. And then I started tapping into my intuitive guidance and realizing that I was being led to the correct numbers, even if it wasn't my favorite number that I got to pick right away, right? The messages in those piles would mean something more for me. So really just tap into those energies, okay? And I'm going to timestamp everything below. So if you want to sit through all three messages, you don't have to. There's going to be a lot here. I pulled some cards ahead of time because I didn't want the reading to be like 17 hours. And then I'm going to also pull some cards in front of you guys as well live. So here we go. Times it to 35. Perfect. So pile number one, let's get started with you. The chakra that needs the most guidance and activation, healing, and focus right now is your third eye, right? Our third eye sits right here between our eyebrows. That allows us to see beyond sight, to look at things from a higher perspective, to see through the eyes of heaven. So the third eye is also connected with the sacral chakra. So if you've been experiencing maybe some headaches or dizziness, maybe pains behind your eyes, if your dreams are getting really vivid, maybe you're clairvoyant and you're just starting to like see things ahead of time, right? Those are all really being activated in you. But this is about you trusting your inner sight, right? Not so much focusing on the 3D realm, but really focusing on the 5D and seeing beyond things, seeing past the 3D illusion, right? There's a lot of tension within the collective right now as we're all being guided to clean up and clear and release any of those distorted belief systems, any karmic energies that we may have brought upon ourselves or even got from our ancestors, right? Because some of us are still clearing karma from past lives and clearing stuff from our ancestors, right? Not everybody was on the up and up, right? And not even every ancestor is a positive one, right? So connecting really with those ancestors that are of the highest light and the highest vibration that are here to help support you is really going to be conducive to your shift, to your evolvement, to your ascension at this time. We got some messages for you from the third eye. The first one, imagination. I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. I ask myself, what do I want? Like, just feel that. What do I want? Right? Not what does this one want for me or that one want for me. What do I want? My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. I use this power to create harmonious relationships between all those levels. I imagine the life I would like to have, and I encourage my thoughts to be truthful, wise, and discerning. In the quietness of meditation, I see and hear the truth. So just take a moment and just sit with that, right? Use your imagination, right? Everything starts from a thought. Everything that you see created in this 3D realm has all started from a thought. Somebody thought about putting water in a bottle, and so now we have them, right? Someone thought about creating like organized, and now we have them, but it all started with a thought. So what's going on in that mind of yours right now? What are you thinking? What are you envisioning? What are you envisioning your life to look like? We just had this beautiful Lion's Gate, right? And the portal closes on tomorrow, actually. So you still have this energy of manifestations here in front of you. Get clear about what it is that you want your life to look like in the next 6 to 18 months. Get really crystal clear about that, right? Like, I would love to work in this type of place. I would love to have my business doing this type of revenue, or I want my relationships to look like this, or my body to look a certain way. Like, just get clear about it. Put some pictures up, right? Do a vision board, or go on Pinterest and create like a digital vision board, however that works for you. Get really, really clear at this time. Sorry. Mindfulness. That's important. I'm aware of my thoughts and I ask myself, are they uplifting and are they true? What is the conversation that you're having with yourself, right? Are you pouring love and support into yourself, or are you letting your ego take the lead and give you a million excuses for you to self sabotage and talk yourself out of your blessing? Are they uplifting and are they true? I do this because I know that my thoughts significantly affect my mental, emotional, and physical health. And because I know that my body believes everything that I believe. And because I know that my body believes everything that I believe. I tell my kids, and we just had a conversation the other day. I think my daughter was like, I'm sick. And my son's like, don't say that. And it's like, yeah, don't say that. Your body, and she's like, oh, I'm just kidding. And I was like, your body doesn't know the difference between a truth and a lie. That is why envisioning things and vision boards and things like that. That is why those things work, because the subconscious mind doesn't know if it's reality or imagination. All it knows is that it has this image or these words that it's listening to and to align with that truth of it, right? So are you walking around being like, I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm broke, I'm unhappy, I'm unhealthy, nothing ever works out for me? Or are you sitting here being like, I am love. I am abundant. I am joyous. I feel great. I love myself. Like, today's going to be the best day ever. And allowing those intentions to carry you forward. It's really imperative right now that not only are you using your imagination for your greatest good, but that you're doing it from a place of love and not a place of fear, right? Be really discerning with your energies and pour through from a place of love. What does loving myself look like? What does loving myself feel like? How would I show up in the world if I loved myself? How will I show up in the world if I respected myself, right? How do I want other people to treat me? Are you treating yourself like that? Okay. And then we have your soul wanted you to know courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Beautiful purple color, right? We have the beautiful purple crown chakra, and also the indigo has some purple tints to it in the third eye. But this is about stepping forward and being all that you were created to be, all that you decided that you wanted to be before you even got here on this beautiful earth plane, right? Asking for the strength, asking for the courage and the conviction to move forward from your team of light, right? Like, sometimes we don't have the courage within ourselves, right? Sometimes there are people in our lives that believe in us way more than we believe in ourselves. And so when you get discouraged, when you're a little scared, when you're a little fearful, call upon Archangel Michael, give me the strength and the courage to move forward. Um, Give me the strength and the courage to really just to do the best that I can, right? Even if I don't know everything, because you don't need to know everything in order to move forward as much as you might think so, right? You can always fake it till you make it. That's why they say act as if, right? You're acting, you're moving forward in that, and you're allowing the universe to bring to you all the things that you need. Standing in your courage right now, right? Boldly, trusting in the things, the intuitive guidance that you're getting in your third eye at this time, right? Knowing, seeing those visions and taking action on them. That's this energy. Reading wellness. I love that. Look at the sacred geometry. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Balance is a key to a life of infinite miracles. Where are you unbalanced in your life, right? Do you have a good like um work and personal balance going on, right? Are you getting enough rest when you need to? Are you taking time for yourself when you need to? Are you overdoing it and overindulging in certain things, right? Like, are you distracting yourself with drugs and alcohol and exercise and working too much and, like playing games or whatever it might be? Or are you balanced, right? Are you working hard and playing hard, right? Think about these things. That's going to be really, really transformative for you. Angels and ancestors. Start with you since the ancestors had so much to say. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Pile number one. My head is pounding connecting with you guys. So for some of you, the ascension symptoms you might be feeling some pressure in your head, maybe some tightness around your third eye, blurry vision, um, even sharp pains behind your third eye as you're ascending and really trying to embody all of these symptoms, dizziness, exhaustion. Maybe you're not sleeping well at all, or maybe you're just sleeping a lot, right? Being really hydrated during this time is going to help. Ooh, Lord. Trusting the guidance that you're getting. Trusting the guidance that you're getting. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God. What does pile number one need to know at this time? What do you have? Okay. Listeners. All right. I had four come out. Bottom of the deck, Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Again, with that third eye energy, right? You're seeing beyond sight. You're beyond this 3D dimension, right? This 3D illusion, this physical world that we're in. You're past that, and your galactic star family is coming in to support you. Some of you, right, are starting to realize that you're a star seed, and maybe that's why you're so connected to the sky at night, right? You're looking at the stars, you're looking at the moon, you're kind of feeling homesick, you know. But this is really connecting and just knowing that you're a multi-dimensional being, looking beyond this 3D realm again, and that third eye activation is really going to help you. If you are dreaming and are just starting to be vivid, get a dream journal, right? Keep it by your bed. Um, when you're getting these intuitive promptings, right? Just like follow through with them. Follow through with them. It doesn't have to make sense, all right? It doesn't have to make sense. I'm going to say that a million times. It doesn't have to make sense. Giving a little ancestors, a little love. They're coming in with the come through. Their energies have been so strong lately. I'm like, what is happening? Got shaman, trust in higher forces. Not only the higher forces in the other realms, but trust in your own higher self, right? Trust in the intuitive promptings that you're getting. You're connecting with the angelic and spiritual realm now at a deeper spiritual level. Some of you have been or are shamans at this time or have been in past lives, right? So you have this beautiful, like, this beautiful healing energy around you. This beautiful knowing. It's almost like I'm feeling like medicine man, medicine woman energies around you. And a lot of those gifts, a lot of that knowing comes from the activation that's going on within your third eye. You know things that you just know, right? It's just like, I know what I know and I know I don't know how I know it, but I know that I know it, right? It's that energy coming into you. They're on a roll. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. You literally can't make this up. You can't make this up. And you guys saw me shuffle on camera. Follow the intuitive guidance that you're receiving. Your third eye is being activated for a reason. Step forward into that. Lady, enjoy growth and reap reward. Yeah, because on the other side of this following your intuitive guidance is abundance, is fertility, is prosperity. This is like the Empress and traditional tarot, right? So it's about creativity and manifestations and this beautiful like harvest, right? We just had llamas come in. The apple has a five-pointed star in the middle. So you're connected with the earth, air, fire, water, and spirit at this time. I love this. And another one. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. I feel like the messages are repeating themselves. Am I the only one? You guys getting the message yet? This is all activated to help you get to the highest and next level. And tapping into this is going to bring you much, much success in your life. And success looks differently for everyone, right? It could be happy, healthy relationships. It can be business success. It could be with your children. It could just be in like your work environment, whatever that looks like for you. All of that is coming in for you as you tap into those energies. I love it. Go to Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. Deck ancestors. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for these messages. What does pile one need to know? Our beautiful pile one needs to know. 8. Amazing. We're done. Bottom of the deck. Wind activation. That's what's happening right now. You're being activated. You're ascending. You're growing. Some of you are going to have you have these spiritual gifts that are just coming online, right? So you're going to be feeling a little bit more psychic, a little bit more intuitive. Again, it's like you know things, you just don't know how you know, but they resonate with you, right? It's feeling you feel within your soul. You get like me, I have angel bumps, right? You get angel bumps when these messages come through for you. You just feel it, and you're feeling it in your body now, right? It's like you're waking up and you're like, oh, I saw that in a dream, or I've been here before, deja vu. Like all of these things are coming in for you. Tsunami. Woo! Wake up call and look at that moon. Look at that moon in the background, right? So this beautiful full moon in Aquarius is bringing a huge wake up call for you. And for many of you, I feel like it's a wake up call for you to step into your gifts, step into your knowing, step into your spiritual self, right? Remember how sovereign and divine that you are. Remember that you have all these talents and skills. And remember that you brought them with you from other lifetimes. So many of you are good at music or cooking or art or writing or giving speeches or whatever it is, and it's because you've been doing this for lifetimes. You've been bringing these skills with you for lifetimes, as well as all the activations in your third eye. This isn't the first time that you've had these knowings. This isn't the first time that you've been connected to spirit in such a powerful way, right? So there's going to be big swift changes coming in right now to help activate you, to help wake up those dormant skills and activations that are within your DNA structure, to help you move forward to the best and highest and greatest version of yourself. It's going to be really powerful. Really, really powerful. Thank you, Angel. Ooh, this, ooh, my head. Y'all, don't fight the gifts. Go into meditation and see how you can use them. Get your intuitive messages downloaded and then move forward. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ancestors. What does Power One need to know at this time? I can always feel when I'm supposed to stop. Bye. Wow. Oh, I love this for you. Bottom of the deck, release. And under that, blessings. Release the nonsense and get your blessings. I love it. Bottom of the deck, release, right? We're letting go of the things that are no longer serving us so we can step forward into the fullness of who we are. We got stillness, right? How are we activating our third eye and the energies and the messages that are coming in? Through the stillness, through the quiet. We're not listening to the chatter of other people in this room. We're not listening to the chatter of our ego. We're sitting down, we're getting still, we're getting quiet, and we're allowing the intuitive downloads to come in and come through us so that we can make the decisions that are going to lead to our highest and greatest good. Put us on our highest and greatest timeline, right? Stillness is your mindfulness, right? It's that same energy. That same energy. Did I show you guys this card? Sorry, I don't know if I put it up when I read it. And then we got love, opening our heart, opening to receive love, opening to give love, knowing that we are love, right? We're literally the flesh and blood embodiment of love. So big, not only activations in your third eye, but big activations again going in your heart chakra, allowing you to love more, right? Because now you're seeing things from a different perspective. Now you're seeing things through the eyes of heaven, right? God is pure love. Anything outside of that is fear, and that is not of God. So God is pure love. So you're stepping into that. You're seeing now through the veil and through the eyes of the Most High. That is a beautiful energy coming in to bless you. And then we got purification, which doesn't surprise me because wherever I'm at in the world, whenever some big gateway or portal happens or activation, it rains. And it was pouring here today. And I was like, oh, thank you for the cleansing. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for purifying our soul, right? So it's cleansing out you're being cleansed right now. You're being healed right now. You're being rejuvenated right now, right? Because after all that rain washes away the things that are no longer needed, right? You can be like the sunflower and you're just turning your soul towards that light, turning your soul towards the divinity and allowing all the different light codes to come in so that you can shine even brighter. This is gorgeous, gorgeous energy for you. And gateway. Not surprising, right? We just had the Lion's Gate. We have this beautiful super full moon in Aquarius, and you're moving forward to the other side. You're remembering your magic. You're remembering your innate powers to heal. You're remembering who you are as an intuitive being. You're knowing now that you're a soul and not just a body, right? This meat suit, as fun and funky as they can be, are only temporary, but the souls are eternal. So as you're crossing through this threshold and crossing through to the other side, there's a lot of blessings coming in for you at this time, right? A lot of beautiful healing, a beautiful transformation. Things are going to start to feel a little bit more magical, right? And I feel like, oh, and I feel that coming in with the imagination card. Like allow yourself to dream and to believe in the fun and the magic of, again, unicorns, fairies. You know, it's like we were told for so long that that is only an illusion and that's not real. But when you're working in the spiritual realm, you have access to all of that. And just because they're not here in this 3D earth doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Putting it out there, right? Connect with your unicorn, connect with the angels, connect with the fairies, connect with Gaia, right? However you choose to word it, there's the ancestors, right? Go to the other side of the veil and just connect and tap in and see what messages they have for you to help you really be successful and joyful and prosperous and loved and grounded and present in the 3D reality. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, y'all, my head. Please, 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 please. Work with the guidance you're getting. Mm. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop the video for a second and go get the Magic of the Unicorns deck because I feel like they want you to get a message from them. Sorry about that. Funny because the Stargazer card came out while I was getting the Unicorn cards. They're like, get the Starseed card. So, number one, we're gonna take this to another level. So we're gonna get a message from your unicorns, and then we're gonna get a message from your galactic star family because they want to connect with you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Pile number one needs to know about my beautiful unicorns. What do you want pile number one to know? And you got two. Oh Lord, access your gifts, explore your treasure chest, accept who you truly are. You can't make this stuff up. You literally can't make it up. Tap into your gifts, your intuitive guidance, your spiritual gifts and talents that are being activated at this time. Stop hiding in the shadows. It's okay for you to be spiritual. You can be spiritual and human, and it's fine. You're a soul within a body. So if you're psychic, be that. If you're clairvoyant, be that. If you're clairsentient, be that, right? Like whatever it is that is just innately a part of you, run with it. That's your gift. That's why you came here. Just saw two doves fly by, right? That's your gift. That's why you came here, to be all that you can be. Stop hiding in the shadows. Look at this bottom of the deck. Enter the magic. Live in the now. Seize the moment. What have I been talking to you about? Meditation, getting quiet, getting still. card goes. Stillness, and then we got mindfulness. I love when the messages repeat. And the other card that came out was Magical Crystal Cave. Switch on your inner light, bring forward your gifts. Lord Jesus. Pile number one. These are your gifts. These are your talents. These are your skills. These are your blessings. These are the things that you have gained from your past lives, from your ancestors, all pouring into you right now. So, once again, you're being guided to have the courage to move forward with these gifts. Don't hide them anymore. There was a time, a long time, where those of us that did anything spiritual, right, were hurt for it, right? Many of us that can relate to the Salem witch trials or any of the other times where basically you were just beaten or hurt or killed for having these beautiful gifts that were given to you by the Most High God, right? Because people thought that you were like taking their power when they were giving their power away, or if you knew how to heal someone, right? As we had in the shaman card, like it was looked at like you must be a magician or a witch or something awful, when it's just tapping into your intuitive guidance. It's tapping into the knowing of who you really are, right? There's a reason why there's so many natural cures and things around in this world, because we all knew that we connect with nature and God gives us all the medicine there. So if you are spiritually inclined, right, and being told and being guided to use those gifts to help the collective, right, and to really move forward with it, do so, right? Maybe there's a book inside of you, maybe there's a song inside of you, a recipe inside of you, whatever that is, whatever you're being guided to do, right, that's going to put you on your next and greatest timeline, that's going to help to heal your soul, that's really going to bring some joy into your life. That is what you're being encouraged to do, and have the courage to do so, and know that knowing your message or your gift or your talent may not be for everyone, but it is for those special people, and they will come to you. They will find you, right? If you build it, they will come. This is you shining your light, standing in your sovereignty. Do that, right? And now, beautiful star seeds, galactic star family coming through. Come through again. It doesn't surprise me because the Lion's Gate, right? It's a Syrian portal, so not surprising that these messages are coming in for you today. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Anything else you want to start? File number one to know. Unbelievable. I got like a book coming out. Right, all right. Bottom of the deck, the blue flame. So some of you have been activated by the flame, by the blue ray, that color that's coming in that works with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is who we call upon for what? For courage, when we're not feeling courageous. So call upon Archangel Michael to support you. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. You're awakening at this time for a reason. You have all these talents and skills and gifts, not to just hold them within yourself, but to share them with the collective, right? To put it out there. You can help people. You can help yourself by utilizing all of this and embodying it. You'll see here, there's another color in the background, right? So it's like two images coming together. The masculine and feminine coming together, the light and the dark coming together, right? Your physical body and your soul body coming together. That's all that's merging at this time for you. Perspective, right? Gain some perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, right? Gain some perspective. Like, it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter how they see it. This is your life. It's about you shifting your perspective, realizing that, listen, this earth is really small in the grand scheme of things. It's not that serious. So it's okay for you to be all of who you were created to be. Right? And I feel like a lot of you now are seeing that, you're understanding that in a deeper level. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. I don't even know if I should comment. Soul Gifts and Training. It is time to step up. You have these gifts for a reason. My little shamans. My little witches, my little way showers, my little light workers, whatever it is, right? Set your sights higher. Look beyond this little 3D world. Keep saying the same thing. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. That's the healing that's coming in right now. That's the activation that's coming in. Where the veil is lifted, right? It's time to let go of the 3D illusion, the nonsense, and to be the truth of all of who you are. To shine as bright as possible. Look at the light within the silhouette, right? All of the universes, all the light codes that are within you, right? You are a child of the Most High God. You have the ability to create worlds. Do that and allow yourself to connect. Again, the ancestors are coming in big time. And this is your galactic ancestors as well as your physical ancestors from the earth plane. All of them are coming in to support you right now as you activate these gifts to help you step into the fullness of these gifts so that you can truly walk and be on purpose in this life. Okay? Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. You're a co-creator, right? You're sharing your light with the Most High. You're putting it out there. And in co-creating with the universe, you're breathing life not only into your world, but into the collective as a whole, right? You're remembering that it's so much deeper, again, than just the day-to-day, the mundane, this humdrum of life, right? This rat race. Not my will, but thy will be done. Why do we say that? Why do they say, not my will, but thy will be done? Not because I'm giving my power away, but because God has what? A higher perspective, right? Trust in higher forces. See things from a higher perspective. Higher perspective, right? I may be asking for something right now, but I don't see the big picture. So now that I'm trusting in the universe and trusting in the energy that I'm co-creating with, it's like, yeah, I want this or something better, because guess what? In the grand scheme of things, the something better might be ultimately what I really want. And maybe I was selling myself short by asking for that little thing, right? It's like I'm asking for this little thing thinking I'm being all humble when the Most High doesn't want to give me a cupcake. He wants to give me a freaking 3-tiered cake, a wedding cake, right? And a band to go with it, because I deserve more than just a freaking cupcake with no icing. You understand? There's all that in there for you. I've lectured you long enough. Pile number 1, tap into your intuitive gifts. Trust in your third eye and all the promptings that you're getting. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. There's so many blessings on the other side of this for you. Those gifts, those skills that you talents and that you have are yours for a reason. Use them, use them, use them to serve your highest and greatest good. All right? I love you. God loves you. Ancestors are here heavy, loving on you. The angels surround you, and I will see you guys soon. Out number 2. What's up? All right. You guys got the solar plexus. So this is the chakra that you need to be working with at this time. The solar plexus is our third chakra, right? And it's in charge of our inner sun. It's our fight or flight, our gut, not our fight or flight, our gut instincts. It's our power center. It's our divine masculine energy, right? So that beautiful golden color right in our stomach. As soon as I was connecting with your pile, I started feeling like my stomach like bubbling, right? So for some of you, it might be one of the ascension symptoms that you're getting as you're clearing and healing that area, right? Maybe you're got bubble guts, or you've got to like poop, or you just had an upset stomach, right? That whenever there's like issues going on in our body during these big activations and portals and gateways, that's the energy being cleared out and moved and showing us like what needs a little bit more attention. So with you guys, it was the solar plex. Like right away when I connected with the energy, it was like, oh, my tummy's starting to hurt, right? So just focusing on that in your own inner sun. The message from your third chakra, the warrior. I embrace my inner strength, power, and resilience, and I allow myself to shine. I unfold my full potential as an empowered person with a true sense of who I am. I grow in consciousness as I overcome and transcend life's challenges. I need the warrior inside me for the journey ahead, and I am courageous in moving forward. The third chakra is also affiliated with the fifth chakra and our throat chakra. So I started coughing a little bit when I connected with your energies. Just know if one is not in balance, the other one is also going to be not in balance. So we just want to keep those things in balance, right? So this is speaking your truth, knowing who you are as a sovereign being, standing in your light, not hiding in the shadows, right? Really stepping forward into this earth plane and speaking your truth. Soul has some messages for you. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Divine masculine energy can be very aggressive, powerful, um, in an unhealed way. It can be very toxic and selfish. So this energy of empathy is having you broaden your perspective, right? Understanding like you need to balance your feminine and masculine energies out, right? To see things from a higher perspective. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I love that. I also love the fact that it's yellow as well. So can you trust the process, right? It's your gut instincts that is being guided here right now. And masculine energy, again, is about action, about taking action, about making things happen, right? But when we're creating in our soul, in our sacral chakra, in our second chakra, right? Sometimes we need to give things time, right? Not just push things forward because the ego is telling us that we're on some timeline that we're not, right? I just saw 1212. Allow your soul to take the lead and tell your ego to have a seat. More, more light, illuminating the truth. I love that for you. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Look at the sacred geometry. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. It may not always go the way you want it to go, and that's okay, right? Sometimes not getting something is the blessing, right? All right, we're going to pull from the angels and ancestors first. Then we'll go to Gaia, and then we'll go to Sacred Destiny. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, guides. What does pile number 2 need to know? Excuse me. What does pile number 2 need to know? Now I'm burping. Come on. Y'all are doing the most. What messages do we have for pile number 2? I feel like that's it. We got, oh, Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. So allow yourself to be nurtured at this time. Allow yourself to be loved at this time. If you look, she looks pregnant, right? And we were just talking about things happening in divine order, right? If we rush a mother during her pregnancy, the baby will not be born to term and may not survive, right? So this is just a reminder that yes, you're a powerful being. Yes, you're standing in your light, but allow things to unfold naturally. You don't have to force everything, right? And to love on yourself and to nurture yourself and to pour some of that um, feminine, divine feminine energy back into yourself, right? Healing yourself, like being good to yourself, not judging yourself, not criticizing yourself, right? Because I feel that energy here. Like the energy of empathy isn't just you holding space for other people, but that's you holding space for yourself, right? Like really loving, nurturing, vibing with yourself, giving yourself time, giving yourself grace to allow things to unfold naturally. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance, right? Exchange energy to create abundance. I love that he's holding his heart, right? So it's like an expression of love and gratitude, right? It's an even exchange. It's not just about you all the time and forcing things to happen. No, you're putting some stuff out there and you're allowing yourself to receive at the same time, right? Again, with this nurturing energy. Really healing, really nurturing. There's this energy of this. Like, there's almost like a lag, like a pause, a stop in whatever it is that you're doing, because the universe wants you to do it from your own inner strength, to do it from a whatever moves you make need to be made from love and not fear. It's almost like you're you're living life and you're forcing things to happen, forcing this to happen, and you're making things happen, but you're a salmon swimming upstream when you don't have to be, right? You're the ram trying to butt its way through a wall when there's a door right beside you. If maybe you just turn your head a little to the left or turn your head a little to the right, you'll see another entryway, right? So it's this energy of just like, stop trying to force everything. Like, stop trying to force everything because you think it's supposed to be done a certain way. It's this 3D illusion of like keeping up with the Joneses almost, or like you're in a competition with someone else, and really the only person you need to be in competition with is yourself, because it's you who's going to the next timeline. It's you who's upgrading at this time. It's you who's elevating at this time. You don't need to worry about what Tom, Dick, and Harry, Mary, Beth, and Sue are doing. You need to worry about you, right? So it's a difference between standing in your power and knowing who you are and sovereign, to kind of manipulating and forcing the power because you feel like if you don't, it makes you weak. All right, there's a difference there. Thank you, Gaia, for these messages for pile number 2. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, guys. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What messages do you have for them? I always know when I should stop. There'll be times where I just shuffle once and it's like, okay, and there's other times where it's like, no, there's a lot more messages in there. This is one of those times. Clouds, shape shifting. So maybe you've been connecting, cloud gazing, right? Same shapes and signs in the same shapes in the clouds, which are giving you different signs and synchronicities about what you want to do, or in alignment with your goals. There's just messages up there for you. But I feel like this is you transforming to another version of yourself. Again, with this energy of force, it's almost like you're allowing yourself, or you're being encouraged to allow yourself to be reborn, to be new, and not the version that someone told you you should be, but the version that your soul contracted to be, right? You came in here with like a purpose and lessons that you wanted to learn and things that you wanted to do during this lifetime, right? So now I feel like you're being encouraged to step into that, to know that things are different, and that just like the clouds come and go, that things are going to change, right? So flowing with the winds of change. Again, it's like many of you are like a salmon swimming upstream. And although you can make it, right, you don't have to. You can go with the flow of the universe and allow yourself to just flow downstream calmly and see where you land, because wherever you land is where you're meant to be. It's all in what? Divine order and divine timing. Okay. Now let's see these beautiful messages that came out, which is a lot. Wow, wow, wow. Let's start here. Rebirth and what? Nurturing, right? So very similar to these energies, right? Loving yourself, nurturing yourself, catering to you, allowing you a new version of yourself to be born, shifting to the next timeline, right? Letting go of the illusion of what you thought your life should look like because of what someone told you you need to do, and stepping into what your heart is guiding you to do, right? Trusting the instincts that you're getting in your gut was like, that doesn't feel right or that feels amazing, right? And stepping into all of that. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable, right? Very vulnerable energy, right? But allowing yourself to be vulnerable and knowing that it's safe, knowing that it's okay, knowing that you're going to be seen for the truth of who you are. I love all the yellow in this card, right? More solar plexus energy, but there's also this purple here with our crown chakra. So allowing yourself to step into the power of who you are and then receiving the downloads, the gifts from the universe that are pouring into you. Allowing yourself to be nurtured, cared for, catered to, right? To maybe sit and just be still, right? When you see a meadow, it's calming, it's relaxing. You just want to like lay down and take a nap or go for a nice slow walk, right? There's no rushing. Maybe you're collecting some flowers and just taking it all in, a different fragrance from the universe, right? Pure, easy, not harsh and heavy. Again, nurturing of yourself, healing of yourself, loving of yourself. I just saw a love card too in your mix. Love, compassion, right? The love that you have for you, the love that you give to others, remembering that you're the flesh and blood embodiment of love here in the 3D reality. Just saw 1221, right? So just allowing that love to exude out and manifesting from love, acting from love, moving through love, right? We're using our gut instincts in our solar plexus to really move things forward, but that gets filtered through our heart first and foremost. We're moving from a space of love instead of fear. That is the difference here. And again, it's a fine line. It's a fine line, but there is a line. Release. A lot of cards. We got autumnal equinox at release, right? Letting things go, letting go of the things that are no longer serving us, letting go of the timeline of the ego, letting go of the restrictions of this world, letting go of the box that people have put us in because they have a certain plan for our life that we don't, right? Moving past that, releasing the judgment, the anger, the fear, the the doubt that has kept us all stagnant or has made us force our way through things that we didn't even truly want, right? It's time to let go of the old so you have space for the new, right? You're letting go of that old so you can be reborn into the person that you want to be this time around, not the person that society told you you needed to be. Ooh, new moon, promise. So we're at the full moon right now, heading to the new moon. So up until this time, up until that time when we hit the next new moon, which is going to be in what? When Leo season, I think Virgo, right? So between now and the new moon in Virgo, a dream, a goal, a desire that you've been putting out there should be manifest in the 3D reality, right? You're going to see a change. Some of you are going to be upgrading your relationships, right? Some of you are going to be moving or traveling across water. There's just a lot of healing going on. A lot of healing coming on. Ceremony, invocation. Again, connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your guides. Maybe you want to build a little altar, right? Get into a habit of prayer and meditation, maybe automatic writing, anything that will just help you connect with nature. Walking outside, right? Taking walks in the park or near a park or near bodies of water is a form of meditation, right? Creating just like a ritual for yourself in which you're loving and valuing and healing yourself, right? Like a little ritual just for you. What do you do every day to just focus on you, nurture you, love on you, right? How are you showing up to love yourself? Meditation is a non-negotiable for me, right? It's like showering and brushing my teeth. Those are things that I do every day. Eating, those are things that I do every day. Meditation is a part of that. That has become a part of my ceremony, right? That is my connection every day to the universe and also just letting myself get recalibrated. So bring that into your life. Look back here. See that mannequin looks pregnant, right? So that's what the third card that we had of this beautiful pregnant energy. So some of you, maybe the upset in the solar plexus is because we have a baby coming in. Congratulations if you're going to be a parent. Um, and for some of you, it's just giving birth to something, right? A new idea, a new form of yourself. an invention, a song. Like, what are you creating? What are you nurturing? What project are you working on, right? Cater to, love, and nurture that. It's like when a baby is just born, right? We're doing everything we can to keep that baby safe and secure. We want to make sure that it's fed, that it's kept dry, that it's always safe. If a baby cries, you jump and you run to it. Like, what are you doing to nurture your baby, your inner child, whatever that may be, whether that is actual a physical child or whether that is your energetic child that you're giving birth to. Fog, veiled, beautiful golden color coming in, beautiful light codes coming in from the Sirius star system, right? Breaking through the veil of illusion. You're rising above this, right? You're rising above this fog of this veil and you're stepping more into your light. You're remembering your divinity, your sovereignty. You're allowing the light codes, and that's what's happening at this time. So it may feel like life is happening to you as opposed to for you, right? Maybe you're in the middle of a storm right now and you're feeling like you're getting rocked, but understand it's helping you to ascend, right? We're ascending the mountain, right? We're ascending to a higher level of ourselves. We're ascending to a new part of our timeline. So, adventures is at the bottom of the deck, but it was upside down, which is interesting. Interesting. I don't read reversals, so it's odd that that would be in their reverse. Anyway, it's a message and everything. Maybe you're scared to take a chance on yourself. Maybe you're being guided to go someplace and you're hesitant because you don't know what it's going to bring. You have a lot of energies here, new birth and trying something different. So maybe that's the chance that you need to take. Maybe you need to take a chance on yourself. Maybe you need to have a little bit more faith in yourself. Maybe you need to take that trip and stop making excuses for it. All right. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What does pile number two need to know? What does pile number two need to know? That was like a book. What does pile number two need to know? Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, guys. What messages do you have for pile number two? All right. Bottom of the deck, solitude. Get still, get quiet. Trust in the intuitive guidance that you're getting. Trust in the intuitive guidance that you're getting. Again, look at the moon in the background. Look at how glorious the moon is. It looks like a super moon, right? Because it looks so close to the earth. So take some time for yourself, right? Just go take a walk by yourself, right? Go get some rest by yourself. Go take yourself out for a meal. Go to the bookstore and just like get in the corner and read a book. Just take some time for yourself. Again, with that nurturing energy, that mothering energy, like take some time for self-care, self-love, self-appreciation. Stop trying to force your way through things by using only your masculine energy and give yourself the grace of some of that intuitive feminine energy, right? And just take some time for yourself. And I love all this water energy, right? Because water is about what our emotions, right? So take some time to tap into your emotions, to be honest with how you feel about things, right? To show up for yourself. Popped up. We have courage, right? Again, with all this beautiful water energy, right? The waves are crashing. You don't have to worry about the waves crashing because you're solid as a rock. Solid. More light codes coming in for you, right? The waves are crashing. Why? Because the moon is full, right? So we're bringing in big waves to shake things up, to clear things out. Whatever's no longer serving you is being released, right? We talked about that in over here. Where'd you go? Right? You don't have to worry about the strength of the waves. You don't have to worry about how powerful it is because you know whatever is gone doesn't need to be there. You're still solid as a rock, right? So just letting things go. Even when the trees release all their leaves, the trunk doesn't go anywhere, right? The trunk doesn't go anywhere. They're still solid. They're still standing. The trunk is still standing. The roots are still deep, right? The branches are out. All they're doing is releasing the leaves to make room for something better, to make room for something new. That's what you're doing right now. You're releasing the parts of you that weren't strong, that weren't secure, that weren't grounded, that weren't stable, that weren't um that weren't going to take you to the next level of yourself, right? You're washing away everything that's not serving you, and only thing that's left is your solid foundation, right? Your solid groundedness. We're going to build our house on a rock. We're not building our house on sand. So it's just a reminder. Build your house on sand, it gets washed away. But if you stand solid like this rock, nothing can touch you, right? And last message, new beginnings. I love that. That's like the new moon with promise, right? So you're stepping in, again, your next timeline. You're stepping into the highest and greatest version of yourself. Remembering who you are, your own inner power, your own inner strength. But this has to be something that comes from within, right? This isn't about externalizing things and having someone validate how you feel about this and validate how you feel about this. No, this is your new beginning. This is what you're giving birth to, right? This is the work that you've been doing. Where'd you go? Right? This is the new version of yourself, the new version of yourself that trusts in their own inner strength and inner power, the new version of yourself that doesn't get thrown by life's storms, the new version of yourself that allows yourself to show up and be vulnerable and know that it's safe to do so, the new version of yourself that's ascending above the veil and can see things clearly. All right, this is you. You have some new blessings and abundance and prosperity coming into you. Big time, big time, big time. I'm going to grab Divine Abundance deck and pull a card for you guys because I feel like there's something big coming in for you. And I just saw a red cardinal. Yeah, there's something big coming in for you. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. It's so funny because before I started the reading, I'm like, oh, let me pull some cards from some of the piles so that the reading doesn't go too long. And then as I'm doing the reading, they're like, oh, but they need a message from this and they need a message from that. So funny. I was trying to not have y'all here all day, but you know, the messages got to come through. So let's see what this Divine Abundance deck has for you, because you got a lot of new beginnings, rebirth, promises. There's just a lot coming in for you. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what that is. So thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors and guides, for this pile. Okay, pile number one needs to know. Allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Allowing yourself to receive what? The healing, the nurturing, the love that's available to you. Opening your heart to that. It's incredible. What popped out? Individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. Again, why you need to cut off the voices of everybody around you and focus on your own energies. What is it that you want? What is it that you're desiring? Not what you've been forced to do, not what you've been told to do, not you're not just like this isn't about you fulfilling someone else's dream. This isn't about you like somebody living vicariously through you. No, what is your goal? What is your desire? What do you want to do? Right? We might be all one as the collective, but we all have our individual soul plans, our individual personalities, right? Our individual meat suits that we showed up here for, right? We're connected and we're not, right? Like fingers on a hand, right? All a part of the whole, but they each have their own little function, right? And they can each move by themselves. So what is it that you want? What are you giving birth to? What are you nurturing right now? What are you going to allow to be birthed through you at this time? There's a lot there. Allow yourself to receive these blessings. All right. I'm going to leave it there for you, pile number two. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And we'll see you soon. Later. All right. Pile number three. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see what beautiful messages we have coming in for you. So first things first, we got two chakra cards that popped up from you guys. We have the root chakra, or the base chakra as it's noted here. And we also have the sacral chakra, right? So the first two chakras, which really gets everything started. We want to make sure that those are in alignment, those are balanced out, right? Because you gotta have a strong foundation in order to build on, right? So the root chakra message: courage and faith. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. Feel that? As soon as I read that, I was like, a heart chakra tightened up. So there's this energy of fear that's kind of getting trapped in the heart chakra that we're being encouraged to release. Okay? I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. Beautiful, beautiful messages from your root chakra. And now our sacral chakra, well being. I honor and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best of food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that are designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise. I make time to rest, as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. So we want to make sure that those first two chakras are really in alignment, right? Clear, cut on, activated. With the root chakra, with any chakra really though, there are meditations, a ton of meditations you can use on YouTube. The root chakra, because of the red color, foods that are red will be really supportive to it, and really any foods that grow within the ground, carrots, your beets, your potatoes, your lettuces, anything like that is going to be really helpful to get that grounded and in order. Meditation obviously is always good to get us grounded, going out in nature, right? Connecting with the trees and putting our feet on the earth or in the grass, right? In the dirt, in the sand, however you want to do that. Getting into a body of water is going to be really helpful. Our sacral chakra is in charge of our creativity and our sensuality. That's our divine feminine, right? Our intuitive guidance. So we want to make sure that our intuition is clear, right? We want to receive the messages from the Most High. We want to be clear about what those messages are and be able to allow that energy to creatively move forward and express ourselves in a healthy manner, right? Sensuality, right? We want to be having healthy sexual relationships. We want to feel good within our body. Remember that we are a sensual sexual being, right? We all got here through an act of sex. It's not an odd thing to discuss, okay? Then our soul wants us to know regret. Oh, I know that I cannot change the past. I do not deal with the energy of regret because I'm like, it is what it is and it was what it was, right? So it's just owning that. And again, look at the colors in this card. Red and orange, just like the root chakra and the soul and the sacral chakra, right? So it is what it is and it was what it was. We all have choices, we make choices, and then we have to deal with the consequences of those choices, good, bad, or indifferent. But sitting in an energy of regret, having feeling sorry for ourselves, replaying the event in our head a million times changes nothing. It changes nothing. The only change that needs to be made is our perspective on the person, place, or thing, the event, right? And then to move forward with that. Whatever happened, happened. What did you learn? Right? Whenever my children make a mistake, I'm like, all right, cool. What did you learn? Because if you're not learning anything, you're just repeating it, then that was a waste of time, and the lesson is going to come back again, and it's going to be a little bit harder this time. Give you an opportunity to just let it go, right? Let it go. Don't hold on to it, and especially don't hold it into your body. Because why? We don't want our root chakra thrown off. We don't want our sacral chakra thrown off, right? Your root chakra, you don't want to start feeling unstable or like you're not safe or not being able to make money. Your sacral chakra, you don't want to be having like unhealthy sexual relationships. If you're a female, maybe like your system is all thrown off, your period, you're getting weird cramps or cysts or things like that going on in your body. Some of you are having a problem with this conversation. This is who we are. This is who we are. So it's about letting that stuff go and speaking your truth. Letting it live in the past. Using the energy of forgiveness, right? Not only forgiving of the situation or the person or whatever we might be externalizing it as, but forgiving ourselves, right? For whatever mistakes we might have made, or for staying too long, for not standing in our power, for not speaking our truth, whatever it might be, right? It's time to let it go. What happened, happened. We can't change it. But what do we learn from it so that we can move forward, so we can be self-empowered, so we can feel safe and stable and secure again? Healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. Look at the sacred geometry. My heart will love again. My heart will love again. It's not easy to get your heart broken and to move forward and to not bring that baggage with you into the next relationship, right? Because that's the deal. Like, it's so funny. I was joking with a friend of mine because I'm like, a man gets his heart broken one time, and every woman from now until the end of time is like the devil, right? You can't trust women, blah, 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 blah. We go through all the emotions. Whereas women were like, we get our heart broken as a teenager, then again as a teenager, then again as a teenager, then again as a young adult, then again as a middle. Like, we go through all these stages and we give it chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. But and we're going through all of these situations, whether it's the first heartbreak or the 50th, right? And we're not healing, we're not shifting, we're not growing, we're not learning anything from these things, then that cycle just keeps repeating, right? Then we're bringing that baggage with us. And then when we finally do meet someone who is like in alignment or with what we've always desired or always wanted, we're bitter, we're scared, we're standoffish, right? We're keeping ourselves a little back. We're not really pouring into them, or we don't really know how to accept it. How many of you have been with someone who was loving and caring and you just didn't know how to receive it because that's not what you were used to? It's not what you grew up with. It's not the example of love that you had, right? Maybe you grew up having a really toxic, unhealthy, narcissistic view of love. And now it's like, oh, this is what a healthy love looks like. And it's foreign to you, right? Am I the only one? Because I didn't grow up seeing healthy relationships. I had to learn that on my own through a lot of trial and error, through a lot of heartbreak, through a lot of hurt. And again, I don't do regrets. So I'm like, well, if it didn't work out, next. It's also my favorite word, right? Next. I will next you in 5 seconds. Anyone can be replaced. Um, but this is just about like understanding that everyone's on their different soul paths, and maybe you guys are in alignment for a minute, but you're not in alignment anymore, right? Maybe you were in alignment with that energy because that's what you needed to learn at that level, but that doesn't mean that that's your truth anymore. And it's okay for you to grow from it, for you to evolve from it, for you to move forward, right? To let it go, to not have any regrets about what happened, because whatever happened brought you to where you are today. And where you're at today doesn't mean you have to stay here. You can always keep moving forward to have an even better tomorrow. So there's nothing to regret. I always say that if I had to live my life over again, I wouldn't change anything, because any one change could mean that maybe I don't have my son or my daughter, and nothing to me is worth that. So if I have to go through every pain, every heartache, every illness, every argument, every heartbreak, whatever it is, all over again to have those two souls come into my life, then guess what? I'll be on motherfucking repeat. Okay? So just know that, right? Just understand that. All right, ancestors, angels, and guides. What does group number 3 need to know? All right. Okay. Alrighty then. All right. I got a lot of cards. Perfect. All right. First thing up, Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Whenever I see this card, it's the energy of protecting my own energy, right? Like, the shield is down so she can see, but the sword is in her hand. So she has it up in case she needs to protect herself, but she also has her eyes open. So this is just an energy of just protecting your energy. Is what I get from this card. Just protect your energies. Focus on what's important and move towards that. Protect your energies, but don't allow it to stop you from moving forward. Right. This is an energy of discernment. Right. This is a boundary energy as opposed to a wall. If the shield was up and covering her face, that'd be more like a wall, but it's down. So she's being discerning about the energies that she wants near her. And that sword is there. It's going to be a yes, I should put the knife down, or a no, and the knife stays up, or the sword stays up. It's just about protecting your own energy, shielding, protecting yourself, staying grounded. All right? I love this because the Lord and the Lady, right? The divine masculine and the divine feminine, the emperor and the empress, God and the goddess. This is who you are and the energies inside of you, right? So I feel like there's a balancing coming in to your masculine and feminine energies. You're being guided to take charge of your life, to take the lead, but also not be afraid to create and to grow and to nurture on yourself, right? This is the energy of the emperor, right? So that's Aries in the traditional tarot. This is a power energy, right? You see the rams behind him. He can force his way with the rams, or he can maybe look to the left or look to the right and go through a doorway. But he's taking charge. This is his kingdom. No one's touching him, right? And he has a slight smile on his face because he knows he's good. The same thing with the lady, right? The empress in the traditional tarot. It's that energy of I'm good and I'm comfortable where I'm at and who I am, and I don't really need to worry about anything. The five-pointed star here in the middle of the apple indicates her connection with the earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So again, I feel like there's a balancing coming into your life, a balancing of your masculine and feminine energies, a balancing of your spiritual and physical self, right? Because the Empress, the lady, is very spiritually connected, right? She's one with the earth. You see, she's connected all to Gaia, right? And the energy, sorry, the energy of the Emperor is more of our like our physical world. So there's a real balance coming here of our physical and our spiritual self, and all from a really grounded, secure, discerning space. Oh, then we got the high priestess, right? So, seeing beyond the veil. The high priestess comes before the empress in the traditional tarot. So, we got what? Two, three, four chronological order. So, we have things really moving forward. We have things growing and expanding. I feel like you're starting to understand more of the mystical aspects of yourself. You're creating. You have the power. I'm saying creating, but I don't feel like it's like you have the power to create the reality you want. So are you? What are your energies focused on, right? How are you using your power for your greatest good, to move to the next timeline, to uplift your life? Because it's available here for you. The black, right, symbolizes all of the colors, right? So it's very, very spiritual color, inclusive of all things. Cats are familiars, right? They keep us safe. So there's just energy of just knowing that, like, everything around you is here for your good. It's here for your making. It's here for your upleveling. It's here for your creativity. It's here for your highest and greatest timeline. Are you focusing your energies on that? Are you focused on what it is that you want, or are you being distracted by this 3D world? Remembering the power that you have within yourself is going to help you get to your next and greatest level. All right. And then we have shaman, with trust in higher forces. This is your connection with the divine. Once we are grounded in our root chakra, right? Because the root chakra is directly connected to the crown chakra. Then we can start to receive that divine wisdom, knowledge, understanding, intuitive guidance that's available to us from the heavens, right? But it starts here by trusting in the knowing, trusting in those messages that we're receiving, right? Trusting in our own um, higher self and our own innate abilities, not questioning everything, like every time you get a prompting and doubting it, or thinking that you don't deserve it because of some mistake in the past, right? With that regret energy, it's like, no, 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 it's time to move forward. In the eyes of the divine, you're perfect, right? We are perfectly imperfect, and we're all on a different soul path, and that's okay. It's not a rush, it's not a game, it's not a competition, but it's about you trusting in the higher levels of yourself, and that starts with being really, really grounded, staying really grounded so that you can know and trust in the messages that you're getting, so that you can be discerning in what is coming towards you, and knowing the difference between your ego talking to you and your heart and soul talking to you. Those are two very different conversations. Ego again. See from a higher perspective. It's about connecting with the divine. It's about looking at the big picture, right? Whenever I ask for something, I was, Lord, may I have that or something better? Because I don't see the big picture per se, right? From the human perspective, when we're here on this earth, I don't see as high as the eagle does above those trees unless I happen to be in an airplane or a helicopter or something like that, right? So I'm going to take it to the Most High. I'm going to take it to my angels. I'm going to take it to my ancestors because I know they have a broader perspective. I know they have a higher view of things. And I know that if I give it to them and put it out there, and I know the information I'm getting is going to be for my greatest good, for my highest and greatest timeline, I can trust the intuitive promptings that I get. But I can only do that from a grounded space when I'm centered and still and one with my energies instead of all over the place. But then the messages will be all over the place. Like, well, I want this and I want that, I want that. And you're juggling back and forth. Look like a ping pong ball with your energy. No, gotta get still sometimes. Focus. Like you would with a bowling ball. Right? Stop, get focused, you look, and then you roll. You try to knock down all those pins. Animal guardian. Trust your instincts. How do we learn to trust in our instincts? To feel safe in our body again? We get grounded, we get still. Put the energy of forgiveness in for ourselves. We realize that we don't know everything and we're okay with that, right? But we all have intuitive instincts. We all have animal instincts. You know when something feels good and when it doesn't. It's like it's like when you know a storm is coming, all of a sudden you just see the animals all start moving, right? You know, you're looking around, it's like, oh, the animals are all doing something. You know something is going on. We all have that same intuitive guidance. We just get it turned off because we're busy communicating necessarily, right? We're listening to the TV, we're listening to the radio, we're listening to some bullshit someone just said to us, as opposed to just trusting our own innate guidance. It's about that again, just really tapping it, getting grounded, getting secure, trusting your instincts. And where does that come through? That comes through our sacral chakra. So we want to make sure our sacral chakra is cleared, online, activated, so that we can trust the intuitive guidance that we're getting. We can trust in our instincts again. We are no longer doubting and questioning ourselves. Wise one, grow within your current situation. No need to regret. What did you learn? One of the first questions I asked, right? Things happen, okay, cool. But what did you learn from it? What did you learn? Did you learn anything? Because the owl is here with a lot of wisdom, and the owl can what, turn their head 24 degrees. Call upon the owl for your messages, right? That looks like a beautiful raven principle. Raven brings in magic and their messenger, right? Tap into their energies. What are you learning from the things that are going on in your life? Things are here to bless you, good, bad, or indifferent. Everything is always working for your highest and greatest good. What did you learn? Tap into that energy. Go to Gaia. Thank you, Gaia, for being here with me. Pound number 3. What do I need to know? What do I need to see? I'm going to serve the highest and greatest good at this time. Thank you, angels, ancestors, and guides. Wow. We're not done. I guess that's why we weren't done. Bottom of the deck, full moon completion. That wasn't at the bottom of the deck initially, so that is probably why I had to keep shuffling, right? But with this beautiful Aquarius full moon, guess what? You completed a cycle. It's time to move on, right? Time to let this go. It's done. That's what I'm saying. It's done. Like, there's no regret. It's pointless. There's no point. What are you regretting for? It's done. It's done. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's time to move on. The cycle is completed. Time for the next level. And time for the next chapter. Time for the next story. Right? How do you want it to look? You can have a pity party for yourself. Or you can be proud for where you are right now and know you can move forward. Know that, like, hey, my today doesn't have to be my tomorrow. Yes, I am in competition with my best and highest greatest self because I know that I deserve better, because I know that I'm doing better. Right? These are lessons for yourself. Ocean, ebb and flow. So many people right now are fighting the tides of change that are coming in. But you don't need to. Just flow with the energy of the universe and allow it to take you, allow it to heal you, allow it to grow you, right? When your emotions become turbulent, sit with it and honor it for a second. It's okay to be emotional sometimes. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to even feel regret. But don't build a house and stay there, right? These waters, these waves are huge, right? Because they have this beautiful super full moon in Aquarius. really spicing things up, having these waves be activated. But we're staying in the flow with it. Guess what? Wherever we land is where we're meant to be. So allow that to be your guiding light right now. Wow, these messages match, so I'm just gonna pull them up. We got solitude and stillness. More water energy. So really encouraging you guys to get by the water, get into a body of water if you're not near one, take a shower, get into a salt bath, whatever you can do. Water is going to be really healing and helpful to you at this time. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If you do nothing else, right? But taking some moments, some time to yourself to just be with your own thoughts, to clear the storms in your mind. Right? To get out of this dark energy and to allow the light to shine in. All these beautiful light codes are coming with the Syrian gateway, right? With the Lion's Gate. Allow that light to shine in on you, right? And being alone isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes you just need time to yourself so you can hear your own thoughts, so that you can tell your thoughts to go have a seat, and so you can hear the intuitive guidance that's coming in for you, right? You don't always have to be moving. Sometimes you can just chill, take a slow walk, take a drive, take a nap, right? Take a bath. What do you need to do to embrace the stillness? Allow your intuitiveness to come in. And it's hard to hear your intuition when your ego is running a mile a minute. When we're listening to the voices of our parents and our partners and our teachers and our coworkers and everybody else play off in our head. No, you gotta take that quiet time so you can hear yourself think, right? And figure out, am I coming from a place of love or am I coming from a place of fear? That's gonna be really discerning in your energy. That is so odd. This woman just drove by with like a garbage bag hanging out of her car. So odd. All right. Ooh, these energies are very similar too. We got power and volatility. So things are coming in to shake you up. For some of you, this means a huge tower moment, right? There's going to be a big crashing down of the old to bring in the new because the old is no longer serving you. Especially if that old is affiliated with this energy, holding on to stuff and regret. It's time to go. Right? It's time for you to take your power back. Waves, again, these huge, beautiful waves, this Aquarius full moon. Power is coming in to help you, right? Fires burn and purge things. Waters cleanse and purify things. You have both energies coming in to get rid of what is no longer serving you. I'm telling you guys, whatever this is that you're regretting, whatever this is that had your root chakra and your sacral chakra out of alignment, it's being called to the forefront and it's got to go. The lies you've been telling yourself, the distorted beliefs you've been listening to, the old patterns of behavior, whatever that is, it is getting a huge purging and a huge purifying. And that can go easily for you or it can go hard for you depending on what you want to do. I suggest, I suggest humbly to stay in the flow of the universe so that you don't end up flat on your back, right? Trust in where you're being guided to go. Trust in the releasings that you're being guided to make. Trust in the healing and the clearings because it's being taken from you or removed from your life for a reason, right? And sometimes that can be scary, right? But sometimes, especially because your root chakra is an imbalance, right? That's our safety, that's our stability, that's our foundation. And so if you feel like your foundation is in turmoil, right? It might be a little scary to make these choices, to make these moves, but it's coming in because this foundation wasn't secure. So you were building a house on sand when you need to be building a house on a rock. And so this tower moment is coming in to be like, guess what? Your house isn't secure. Your foundation isn't secure. We're going to tear it up. We're going to tear it down. We're going to start over. We're getting rid of everything that's not working for you. We're going to start all over again. And we're going to do it in a really powerful, dynamic way so that you cannot mistake that, so that there'll be no mistake that this is the path that you need to go. There'll be no mistake as to like the decisions that you need to make. It's going to be like a rug from under your feet because you don't need it anymore. Right? So you can look at it like either, it's like the tablecloth trick, right? There's a tablecloth and there's stuff on the table. And if you do it right, when you pull the tablecloth off, everything on the table stays exactly where it's at. But if you do it wrong, when you pull the tablecloth off, everything on the table goes flying. So is your stuff going to stay on the table or is it going to go flying? Because either way, the tablecloth has got to go. I hate to be the one to break it to you. Putting it out there. All right. Angels, guides, and ancestors, thank you for being here with me in pile number 3. Let's get some closing messages for pile number 3. What I need to know, what I need to see. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, guides. Bottom of the deck, delight. Find some joy in your life. Find things that make you happy. Change your perspective. Change your outlook, right? We need to move away from this energy of regret, this kind of pity party energy, to this energy of delight. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm figuring it out. And today was a good day, but tomorrow is going to be a better day. And oh my God, look at how beautiful that bird is. Like, just do little things that make you smile. Go for a walk. Go by a freaking playground and listen to some kids freaking playing and singing and doing what they do, right? It's going to be magical. Be patient with yourself as you're doing this healing, right? I was going to say, it looks like another full moon, but this looks more like the sun. But this is just birds or messengers, right? So just be patient. Be patient as the energy is coming in. Be patient as the healing is coming in. Be patient as the messages are coming in. Be patient as you're learning, once again, to trust into your intuitive guidance, right? But this bird, like the eagle, is just flying high and seeing things from a higher perspective. Just know the higher you go, the higher perspective goes, the broader you can see things, the clearer things will be, right? The sun comes out. It's a beautiful, clear sky, right? It's completely clear so you can see everything. Bright as day. Be patient with this journey. It takes a little bit of time to heal, and that's okay, right? And some of you, healing of the heartbreak, right? Be patient. You will love again, but you got to be patient with yourself, patient with the process, right? Whether you love them for a minute or an eon, just be patient with the healing. Wisdom, divine wisdom is available to you. More of this beautiful water energy, right? So going deep within our emotions allow us to receive the wisdom from the Most High, right? Our emotions are our body's GPS, right? It shows us how and where we're showing up in the world. So again, you feel something, and regret is one of the things you can feel, that's fine, but don't build a house there. Take the emotion and take the wisdom from that emotion. What is it there to show you? What are you learning? What did you learn from this episode? What did you learn from that lesson? What did you learn from that heartbreak? What did you learn from that abandonment? What did you learn from the silence? What did you learn? What did you learn? What did you learn? That is wisdom. Ask yourself in every given moment, what am I learning from this? What is the universe bringing this to me for, right? And once again, with the energy of forgiveness, right? And as you're moving more towards this new moon, right? When the full moon now, so as we move towards the new moon in Virgo, it's going to be easier, right? It's going to feel lighter. It's not going to feel as heavy, this grief, this heartbreak. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. And then put the forgiveness out there for others, right? Anyone that you may have hurt that needs your forgiveness, right? Or anyone that may have hurt you, receive that forgiveness. And some of this forgiveness, 9 times out of 10, is never going to be somebody coming up to you and being like, hey, I'm sorry, do you forgive me? Right? Whether it's on them or even you being like going to somebody and being like, hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Do you forgive me? Like 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen. So it's just about like receiving and understanding, like, I'm sorry for all the times that I've shown up in people's lives and sucked, right? Because we're all the enemy in someone's story. And I'm sorry for all the times that I didn't show up for myself and I sucked. And I'm sorry. And I'm like, I receive forgiveness for the people that have hurt me that I know will never say it out loud, but it's okay. I'm moving on. It doesn't give them a pass. It doesn't make what happened right, whether it was you or somebody else or a situation. What it means is that we're releasing that poison from our body and we're moving forward. We're moving on because we deserve better. Because all it is a poison within our body, and it's not hurting anyone but us by holding on to that bitterness, that resentment, that regret, that sadness, that anger. It's not serving anyone. And the only one that's hurting is us, right? Inner peace, wow. More of this stillness, solitude, right? Oh my God, look, right under that, solitude. And right under that, solitude, right? So just being calm again. It's about being grounded, by being centered, by connecting with your higher self, right? Inner peace is not something that's external. That's not something that someone can give to you. It's like joy, right? That's something that comes from within. And that comes from being grounded, from being centered, from knowing yourself, from loving yourself, from respecting yourself, right? And you're not going to know everything. There's different layers to us, but it starts just by showing up for yourself, right? Being willing to be like, you know what? I want better than yesterday. I want better for my life. I want better for my family. I want better for my children. I want better for my community. I want better for my tribe. I want a better world. And it starts by me being good with me. As much as we love to focus on the negative stuff in the world, what you focus on expands, right? So do you want to focus on this regret and this heartache and this sadness, or do you want to focus on peace and stillness and abundance and joy and love, right? Which one feels better to you within your body? Do you feel good sitting in regret and heartache and pain? I doubt it. It lowers your vibration. But do you feel good knowing that, like, you know what? That happened, but it doesn't mean it'll happen again. And I'm better and I learned something for it. And tomorrow's going to be a better day. And I'm going to find someone who actually loves me for me and respects me and sees me and hears me. And I deserve a better job and I'm living in a better community and I have better friends and I've changed my life. Like, shift your perspective. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve this peace, this calmness, this healing, and more water energy. More water energy. Water is going to be so important to you, Paul 3. Water is so important to you. More energy of solitude. Full moon, right? So if you're being guided to go within during this time, do that, right? We separate from people not because that's a bad thing. You need time to be with yourself, with your own energy, to get grounded, to get centered, to hear your own heart speak to you, to hear your soul call to you, to be able to decipher and discern the difference between when your ego is speaking to you and when it's your soul speaking to you. And you get that from the solitude. You get that from the stillness, right? Anytime the Most High or angels give us messages, it's going to be from a place of love. I just saw 111. It's going to be from a place of love. God is not going to be like, oh, you're stupid and you're dumb and you made a mistake and good for you and go sit. No, 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 no. That might be an egoic parent. That might be a quote unquote lover or friend. That's not how the message is going to come through. The Most High is going to take you into the stillness and be like, look at all you've accomplished. Look at how great you are. Look at how loving you are. Look at how incredible you are. And look at all the things that are available to you because of that. And yeah, okay, you made those mistakes, but cool, you learn from them and look at where they took you. That is the divine. That is why we go into the solitude. So that we can remember, we can connect, and we know the power of our own inner light, the power of our own higher self, the power of the divine working in, around, and through us. That is what the solitude brings us. And woo, baby, you're going through a gateway. So healing, magic, abundance is coming in for you, right? I feel like this is huge healing energy. Like this sadness that you've been feeling, and I don't know how long you've been holding on to it. There's a big healing coming in with the unicorns. A big healing that's going to help you go to the next level, to take you to another space, another time, take you to your next timeline. I'm going to pull a Magic of the Unicorns card because we just got that Gateway card with the unicorn on it. And I did it for another pal, so I'm going to do it for you. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you, unicorns, for being here with pal number 3. So they need to know what they need to see. Thank you, unicorn. Alright, okay. Got a lot of messages. Cosmic Rainbow. Look for the pot of gold. Accept joy. Right? That's like the Delight card. It's time for you to take yourself to a different, to start looking at things from a different perspective. Right? Understanding that there's magic available to you in this world. Understanding that there's promises from heaven that are going to be fulfilled in, around, and through you. Right? Raising your vibration is really important at this time. And I understand regret. I understand heartbreak. I have had my heart shattered on more than one occasion, to the point where I just was like, why the fuck do I even try anymore? Right? But I'm a being of love. We all are. We are flesh and blood embodiments of love. And just like the divine loves us always in all things through all ways, I show up every day and I still love. It doesn't mean that person has access to me. It doesn't mean that I want to be with them. It doesn't mean that I'm going to do it again. It means that I'm not going to stop loving on the collective just because one person sucked. It just means that I need to learn a lesson there, and it's time for me to move forward. And those lessons, 9 times out of 10, is how do I better love myself so that I don't get to this level anymore. So I'm not dealing with this fuckery anymore. All right? Unicorn portal. Focus your light. Listen for a message. Once again, solitude, stillness, intuition. Listen for a message. Listen for a message. You're being intuitively guided at this time in how to heal, how to grow, how to move forward. But you have to listen to everything that they're saying. You have to listen to your higher self and trust in that. Pay attention to the spirit animals in the animal kingdom, the insect kingdom. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to the shapes you're seeing in the clouds and the sky. Like, pay attention. The universe is talking to you at all times. There's never a point in our life where we're not being communicated with from the other side of the veil. It's just a matter of us tuning in and paying attention to it. Getting grounded helps you do that. There's a reason the root and the sacral chakra came in first, right? If our foundation is not secure, neither will the rest of our lives be. Ooh, Stargate of Lyria. Expand your casual chakra. Enter the unicorn kingdom. The casual chakra, I want to say it's between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. I feel like that's like our high heart. Don't get me to lying, but you'll see where it's placed on this beautiful unicorn, right? It's here in this like heart area. So really tapping into those energies, again, filtering things through our heart will make all the difference, right? Filtering things through our heart, not through our mind, not through our ego, not through some random quiz that we found online that says this is what love looks like and this is who you are as a person. Like, no, like really tapping into your own energies, right? Opening your heart and being like, God, I'm open to receiving love. Show me how loved I am. Show me how valuable I am. Show me how worthy I am. Show me that I am enough. Show me that I'm deserving, and allowing that to move forward through you, right? The unicorns are here to support you. That's really big, really, really big. You can call upon your own personal unicorn. We all have one, and have them put their healing horn energy light right tap onto your casual chakra, onto your high heart, and just pour that healing energy in and allow it to like flow in, around, and through you so that you can expand your heart, so that you can live and love again, so that you can receive love, right? So you can really receive the pure divine love that you are. And once you receive that love, you can exude that love, right? Getting your cup filled from heaven, not from the earthly plane, but from the heavenly love. And then you'll never be empty. You'll never be without, and you'll never regret that love. Okay. On last card, caring community, participate and belong, enrich your life. There's your soul family coming in, your soul tribe. These are people that are going to love, hear, see, understand you, right? Help you heal, help you grow. So reach out right now to your people, reach out to your tribe, right? Let them know, hey, I'm hurting, I'm sad, I'm hungry, I'm alone, I don't know what to do. I was going through a really, really hard time, and I'm not big on putting to words things that are not of a high vibration, because I don't want to empower those things at low vibes, but I also need to let my tribe know, hey, I needed a little help. You know what I mean? And that was like a big deal for me to even reach out and be like, hey, I'm going through this really tough time, and I'm scared and I'm freaking out, and I just want everyone to know. But I have a tribe of people that I know love me. So instead of me having the conversation 15 different times, I sent an email. Hey, everyone that I love, this is what's going on with me. This is where I'm at. I'm taking a chance on even communicating with you, but I was guided to speak up and to say something. And I had people show up for me in ways that I didn't even know were possible. I've had people pour into me, into my kids, in ways that I didn't even fathom. It was something that I innately would do for others, but it wasn't something that I expected. And I had to be shown, hey, just like you give, you can also receive. And that's been a hard lesson for me. It's still challenging for me, right, to learn how to receive. So I keep being put in situations where I have no choice but to receive. Right? They're like, oh, you're going to get this lesson today, right? So instead of getting knocked upside your head with life, right, allow it to happen. Let your soul tribe know that you might need something, right? Put it out there. If you don't have a soul tribe or have a soul family, then put it out to the angels and ancestors, like, bring me my soul tribe, bring me my soul family. Um, bring people into my life that understand my goals, my dreams, my purpose, that are going to support me. You know, like the messages I need to hear. There's reasons like people like me that show up on YouTube all the time, right? I may not necessarily know you in the 3D realm, but it doesn't mean that my heart and my soul don't know you. It doesn't mean that these messages that are coming through aren't meant for you. I was not going to do this reading today, but it wasn't even on my radar. I have a list of things that I was going to do today. This is not it. But I had a really strong inclination that this message needed to be done and it needed to be given to the collective. So I was like, all right. And I sat down, I grabbed a couple of decks, and I had to grab a couple of more. Then I had to grab a couple more. And I was like, what are we doing today? But it's not about me or my plan for the day, right? What I say, if you want to make God laugh, make plans, right? It wasn't about that. It was about me trusting the guidance that I'm getting and following through with it. So even if this message only helps one person, then I did what I was supposed to do. Point blank and simple, right? But I'm putting it out there for the collective because I love you guys and because we are loved and this is what it's meant to be. And just like I needed a little help and support, I know there are other people that are out there that need a little help and support. So that's why we're here as a community, right? Light worker to light worker, star seed to star seed, child of God to child of God. You are loved, you are divine, you are perfect, and you are needed. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there for you, pile number 3. I love you guys so much. I hope these messages helped you somewhat. Let go of this energy and move forward. Get really grounded, right? Get these 2 lower chakras in order. It's gonna help you. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I shall see you soon. Later.